Hi, welcome to my journey. It's another thrifting day. Before I get my seatbelt on, I knew I couldn't come out without a jacket because it is cold here. But I got my shirt. I got my William Byron shirt. You remember I told you I've looked and looked and looked at the thrift store, and I just realized I wasn't going to get one, so I found one at his store and it was on sale, so I got it. It came. I've been saving it till today because I wanted to wear it out. Even though you can't see it, I know I have it on. But look, I'm going to get up here and I'll show you. Look. Yes! And the back is his Raptor car. I told David, I said, now I just need a race to go to. He said, well, you know Daytona's in February. I said, I know. We wouldn't go, but still. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have his shirt on. You just don't know how bad I have. Well, you do know how bad I wanted it because you know how long I've been looking at the thrift store for it. So anyway, you know where we always go first. But let me check. Oh, I'm spilling drink. Yes, I laugh at myself because it's freezing cold out here, but I'm still drinking my icy energy drinks. I used to bring my hot coffee, but since coffee's kind of funny to me, I drink my hot coffee at home. And oh well, I'm already pulling out, so let me go. My drink with me, my energy drink with me. But let me tell you, if you're on my Facebook group, you already know, but baby boy come home Sunday. Yes, he did. And he had his first trip to Momo Papa's house on Sunday. RJ, I wasn't going to ask him. I wanted him to bring him to my house on the way home, but I was not going to ask because they've been out without their baby for 6 weeks. I was going to let them go home and start their, being at home. But my son, he messaged me. He said, are you going to be around when we're on the way back? I said, heck yeah. So, listen, as soon as he come in, I grabbed him and snatched him out of that little car seat. I told him, I said, he can wake up. I said, every time I went to see him, if he was asleep, it didn't matter. I picked him up and he just kept on sleeping. Ain't nothing gonna wake that baby up because he was raised for 6 weeks in the NICU. And if you can sleep through all that, you got it licked. They didn't have to train him to sleep through anything. They didn't have to train him to not tiptoe around and all this and that. No, you learn in the NICU real quick. You just gonna sleep because you need to sleep. Because there is beeping going on everywhere. There's babies crying. There's nurses talking really loud. They don't care. They do not lower their voice. They talk just the way they need to talk, right over top of the baby. It don't matter. The baby gets woke up to do this and that and the other. So babies learn how to sleep in a NICU. I'll give them that. So anyway, I got him up and it was time for him to eat. So I got to feed him and held him for a good while. And then Papa had been out and about in the building. He's doing little odds and ends on his car, his Camaro, and just piddling here and there. And he likes to check all the parts that come with it and check his numbers and make sure it's authentic. And oh yeah, he's all into it. And so he can't do the big stuff right now, but he can do a lot of the little things. He tell me he was doing, I don't know what he just was doing, but so he got to come in and he got to hold him. Listen, RJ was holding him. He said, he sent me a picture, a selfie, because he put up the Christmas tree and he got colored lights. That baby is fascinated with that tree. Then they sent another picture. He was laying in his little thing on the floor, just laying there, just looking up at that. You can see just gazing at that tree. I'm like, that's the most colorful, whatever colors he can see. If he can see colors, if he can't, it's sparkly. It's different. That's the prettiest thing he's seen in 6 weeks. He sees a painting on the wall. He sees a blank wall. He sees the side of a crib. Nothing exciting has he seen. And like RJ said, he took a picture. He said he smelled his first fresh air, the sunshine. I feel like we've talked about this before, but guess what? We'll talk about it again. In 6 weeks. So I tell you, it's something. I'm gonna send them a Christmas card. I can't send everybody gift cards, but I can send a Christmas card and thank them, everybody who had anything to do with it, down to the sweet little lady who cleaned up. Me and her bonded over the weeks. She was a sweetheart. And anybody that had anything to do with it, any nurse that was not his nurse that saw me standing there and brought me a chair, you know what I mean? they were a good group of people to tend to these babies, really. So I think the very least I can do is send them a Christmas card of thanks. But man, it's cold out here. Was there something else I was gonna tell you? Oh yeah, from like 4 times a week to see the baby, now I'm not. It's like a little bit of a withdrawal. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my time, not going back and forth to Charlotte, but still, getting to hold him 4 times a week down to probably 1 time a week. And speaking of, it's been like 3 weeks since I've seen Jacob. They'll be here Tuesday. That's the day, Thursday. She said they're finally all over their sickness and everything. So we didn't get to see them Thanksgiving or the week after. Oh, was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? It's 2 or 3 weeks since I've seen him. I didn't see him for 2 weeks. So I guess by the time he gets there, it will have been 3 weeks. Yeah, that's right. So I miss his little face. My gosh. I'm thinking he'll probably want to go to McDonald's. So I might get me one of them Grinch meals just so I can taste them pickle French fries. I know John was talking about it. And I said, I seen a thing. I was watching Fox and Friends. Yes, I watch Fox and Friends. And Lawrence put the McDonald's had give them all the Grinch meals, and he put that pickle stuff on the French fries. He said, oh, that's actually really good. So I'm like, well, I might need to try that. I wouldn't be able to eat the whole meal, but I think you can get either a Big Mac or nuggets. I think that's how it comes. I'm not sure. But I would have to give Holly the socks because I doubt they would fit my feet. Of course, she's got big feet too, but she don't have big legs. So anyway, well, I'm gonna hush up till we get down here to the Goodwill and see if we find anything. So there wasn't hardly nobody here when I got here. I mean, hardly nobody. It's filled up a little bit now, but I basically got to rule the roost while I was in there because there was nobody there. But I didn't find anything in the housewares. It was very picked over, so I don't know if their donations are down or what. But normally this place is pretty packed of stuff. He did come out with a bin, but by the time I went to the other side of the store, I did not feel like going back. So I don't know what he was putting out, but I didn't see anything that struck my fancy, except I got the baby a couple things. This is, I think, his next size up, 3 to 6 months. It also says little brother, and it's got the little feetsies. So I got that because the way he's growing, it won't be long till he's in it. And then look what I found, and it should be his size, 6 months. Hopefully he'll be able to wear it. I don't know, he might not be able to come Father's. Anyway, it says my first Father's Day with Daddy. It's a little, isn't that cute? RJ will love that. He will love that. So I am just going, oh, she bought her a microwave. Nice. Good day to get it for 25% off, you know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna go ahead. I honestly can't think of nothing to talk about today for some reason. I feel like we just talked and we didn't. Ain't nothing happened this weekend except I got to see my baby. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get off here and just head up. See, I would leave later in the mornings to come here, and then it would be time for by His Grace to open at 10. But I can't stand, listen, I'm one of these people. I can't stand waiting. I can't stand sitting around. I do not hold well, put it that way. When I know there's somewhere to be, I got to be there. And so this place opens at 9, I've got to be here as close as I can anyway, because I hate sitting around at home waiting. I just don't hold well. So I don't know that I can even hold off knowing this place is open and I could be doing something, because I like to get my stuff done early and get it done. So I probably couldn't even wait. But anyway, so I'm just going to head on up to Salisbury, and I will see you back when I have something to talk about or something to show you. Okay, so I went in Nazareth and I found a couple things. This I got for her. I couldn't get her to message me back. She's busy. And I figured if she don't want it, I'll keep it. But this is her vibe for her little laundry room. Isn't that cute? That's her vibe right there. Old, vintage, country, grandma. That is her vibe. I don't even know how much it was, but it was only like $3 something for the 3 things I got, and I had to up it up to $5 because you have to have 5 on your card. So I don't even know how much she charged me for that, because this right here was $3. I got this for the back of my, it says it's a lap, somebody crocheted that. I got that for the back of my chair because the thing I got on there now I don't like. And then this is a case without a movie, and I'm pretty sure, I know Jacob watches A Bug's Life, and somebody who gave them movies, no cases. And I know I didn't buy A Bug's Life, and Holly hasn't bought any movies that I know of, so I'm pretty sure he does not have a case for A Bug's Life. At any rate, she didn't charge me for it. I told her, I said, there's no movie in it, I'm just buying it for the case. She says, I'm not going to charge you for that. So she didn't. So how I got a $3 blanket, a picture, well, and a free thing, for $3 and some change, even with my 10% discount, I don't know. So she must not have charged me, because there was no price on that picture. I don't know. So now we're going to head over to, oh, I'm going to stop at this Goodwill. I think I am. Oh. The one that I don't stop at every time. It's just right over here. Seems like I found something in there last time. Did I find t-shirts in there last time? Listen, at the Goodwill this morning, I didn't even look at the t-shirts. I'm like, girl, quit looking at the t-shirts. Just quit. You got enough. Well, I bought me some more hangers at Walmart's last week, so I got more hangers for t-shirts. I tell you, I have turned into a monster. Now I know why people talk about, they do memes about, I have 400 t-shirts and I wear 3 of them. You know, I have 400 t-shirts. How many I'm going to get rid of? None. So I know the draw of the t-shirt now that I can wear the t-shirt. I love it. And this, if this one shrinks up, I'm going to cry, because I like the way it fits right. Oh, you ran a red light, child. That's why you better stop and look before you go at a green light, because people be running them red lights left and right. All right, where should we park? My goodness gracious. Oh, I thought they were backing out on me. We'll go on this side. But they don't ever have nothing in here. But every now and then I find a little something. So let's go in and look. Well, as usual, they have nothing, you know, bric-a-brac, I guess you could call it. But I told you, quit looking at t-shirts, but I always look at t-shirts in here because it's a small section. You don't have to look very long, and it's like every single time I think I find a t-shirt. And so in the theme of racing, look what I found. I'm not tailgating, I'm drafting. Got me a good race season t-shirt, so I'm excited about that. I guess you have to know racing to know drafting. That's where they can draft on the back, or they can draft on side draft, and it takes less energy for you to go, and it pulls off of them. And so you can side draft to slow this one down so you can make a head. So it's part of racing. It's part of racing. It's part of it. So now I'm going to head to Habitat. So I went to Habitat. I found one thing in the free buggy on the way in. Didn't buy nothing. Found something on the way out. This is what I found on the way out. And it's my size. So it'll be good for next year. Look. Halloween shirt. How cool is that? Free. And here's the thing. I hadn't told y'all, I've decided I needed to find me a smaller crock pot just for my beans. Just one of the smaller ones, you know. Because the one I got, it's like in my brain, I put too many beans in it. I should measure it. I don't. I just pour them out of the jar. I make too many beans. Look what I found in the free buggy. Now, granted, it's the old one. Granted, the crock pot don't come out, which that's fine because I use liners anyway, but check it out. It's the old school rival crock pot. And it's got the lid. There's no chips, there's no cracks, nothing like that. Just needs a good cleaning. And as long as it works, I am happy. Let me try to keep that from falling. So, I'm thrilled. Listen, you think I won't take free over paying? If I found one to buy, I would have bought one like that. I would have. Listen, that's the kind of crock pots we had to start with. We didn't have these fancy things that we got now. And they cooked just as good a meal. Only difference is, back then you had to really scrub it because you couldn't sink the whole thing in water, you know. But like I said, now we use bags, and the most it needs is just a good washing out, no scrubbing at all. So I'm excited. I'll just get that thing all cleaned up. Make me some beans. See, I made beans last night. Made pinto beans. Too many pinto beans. Too many. But we love our beans. Y'all know we are bean people. Now something was just on my mind. Oh, I finally got a hold of Holly. She does want that laundry thing. And she called me, and I hung up on her. Instead of hitting answer, I hit decline. So I called her back. I'm like, duh, I hung up on you instead of answering. But Jacob, he was opening his advent calendar, you know, those ones I got him from Trader Joe's. And I asked him, was he getting some good chocolate? He said, yeah. And he told me, he said, I'm wearing pajamas. That's what he called them, pajamas. I grew up, we called them sammies. Don't know where that came from. They were not PJs, pajamas, they were sammies. But they call them pajamas or PJs. I said, you are? I said, well, I bet because it's cold, they feel good and warm. So I had already told Holly I was looking for some with feet, and I can't find them because he sleeps with just his underwear. But he's decided now that it's cold, somebody gave him a pair of footy pajamas, and he loves them. He loves them. Well, I told her, I said, I've been looking for some, I can't find them. She said, well, he said he wanted some pajamas without feet too. I said, oh, well, I can find those. So I'm going to give him some of them for Christmas. But I asked her, I said, well, let me ask you, are you eating your Advent chocolate or is he eating it? She just laughed. She said, he is. I said, I knew he was. It's just a little piece of chocolate that you get in there. But he's loving that cow. He's loving doing that every day. So he's got his little routine to open his Advent calendar. I think it's sweet. Now I've got a teeny tiny Publix order to pick up, which if I had just moseyed in Goodwill, the very first one, long enough, I would have got the notice that the order was ready, because I did not hardly get down the road at all. I was already on the interstate, and it said my order's ready. And see, Publix is just down the street from, the Goodwill. So I've got to go back over that way, and then I got a little tiny small food line. It feels funny, I've been getting my groceries on Tuesday from Walmart, you know, because I've been over at the hospital every Wednesday. Oh, I can't talk while he's passing me because I feel, you know, is it raining? Listen, I come out yesterday. Well, see, I've been to the hospital every Wednesday for 6 weeks, so that's why I started getting my groceries on Tuesdays. But they have some things on sale that go off today at both stores that I want to pick up. They're just little orders about that big, and then the new sales will hit tomorrow. But when I come out yesterday, I had errands to run. It was sleeping. Yes, it was. It was sleep. But I went to the Dollar Tree and I found my foam board, so I was happy about that. And I found I know I have tissue paper, but I couldn't remember. I didn't look because I'm lazy. If I had green and red tissue paper, because I wanted some red tissue paper. That's why I picked up one of those. And like one little stocking stuffer, and I don't know. I don't even know if I got anything else. It was a small order. I'm telling you, it is not the Dollar Tree where I used to spend all my money. It's just not. They don't have anything. Even if I was to go in there and say, oh, I'm gonna spend a lot of money, I couldn't, because they don't have a lot to spend it on. So the Dollar Tree has just gone down. It's just gone down. I hate it. I hate that it's happened, but it has. Because y'all know, used to, before I changed my medicine, I was hooked. I was hooked on Dollar Tree. Y'all remember how them Dollar Tree hauls were? I spent all my money on Dollar Tree. And y'all used to send me Dollar Tree gift cards for gifts and things. Child, I burned them things up. Yes, I did. I burned them slam up. That's what I'm gonna do this year. I can tell you. I think I might do a video and show you my game, the way I'm changing my Dirty Santa game. I think I'll do a video on it. Even though I'm not doing Vlogmas, I still need some videos, you know. That's what I feel like sometimes when I can't think. Holly's gonna pick. They'll come up Thursday, and I don't have no more room in my freezer for greens. I don't have room in my freezer for nothing. I did go in part of my errands yesterday was to get some meat. I was gonna go to BJ's, and I gotta renew my thing. I'm gonna see if they'll renew. Now you're just speeding up so I can't get up in front of you. People are such jerks. You think you don't notice when people do stuff like that? They do, just for meanness. Because he seen me coming up on this truck that I need to go around, and he sped up. Anyway, I won't tell you what states he's from, because I know I got some subscribers from that state, and I don't want to poo-poo it. It ain't North Kakalaki. That's what we call it. So I told her, pick the green, she said she had enough for the year. I didn't think she would, but she said she did. I said, well, do what you want with the mustard greens. I don't care. I don't have room for them. I don't have room for collards. I would put them in there and have a plenty. I wish I got a plenty now, but I would have a plenty more. But there's no room. My freezers are, I told David, I've got to really get to cooking this stuff. I don't know. Anyway, before I get off on the tangent, I told her to pick the collard greens and bring them Thursday, and I would cook them up for RJ and Holly. Where did you come from? I surely did not pull out in front of that dude, did I? If I did, I apologize, but I sure didn't see you. Because RJ said Holly raves about your greens, because every time I have a get-together, if I got garden greens, I'll make them, right? He said she just raves about your greens, how you make your greens. So I thought, well, I'll just make up whatever batch of collard she brings up there. I'll just make up the whole batch and give to them, and they can eat on it, freeze them, whatever they want to do. So that's what I'm going to do Thursday after he leaves, or Friday morning or something. I'm going to see if maybe they want to come Friday. Bring the baby, of course, and get their greens. And pick up his 2 little outfits. I'll have them washed up and ready for them. But I'm going to go down now to the Goodwills, and then the last 2 places. I'm not going to go to By His Grace today. I'm just not. Then I'm going to stop by and pick up my Publix and my Food Line. And that'll be all. So I'm going to quit talking, listen to my music, and I'll show you if I get anything of those Goodwills. So I'm kind of in some overcast sun right here, but I hope you can see good. I went to Publix because I was already on the interstate, and it was quicker to go down the interstate than stop here and go, you know, back roads. And then I come back up and went to C-Van because I wasn't going to go there, but since I was in that direction coming back to come on this road, I went to C-Van, and I found one thing, and I don't know if I have it or not. And I finally found out their books are $1.49 for hardback, because they had a $3 on it. She said it was $1.49. I said, well, it says $3. She said, that's not our ticket. So I guess somebody else was trying to sell it, maybe the yard sale or something, you know. So anyway, I found that at C-Van, and then I had to go up to CVS to get some prescriptions. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna miss it when it comes around the first of the year and my out-of-pocket starts back over, because getting all this free medicine for half a year and free doctors for half a year, I can dig it. So after that, I just come down here to this Goodwill and I'm gonna stop and get my Food Line and go home. So let me show you what I did find. Things at this good. I don't always find things anymore. Well, this time, listen, y'all know, if you have crafted with me, if you've talked about crafting with me, you know I cannot make bows. I make bows like a blind person would make bows. They're horrendous. This is called Bodabra. So like if you want to make, if I want to make a bow for the top of my Christmas tree or a wreath or something, everything's in here except the CD. And you know good and well there's a YouTube video. Well, I'll just show you. There's a YouTube video that shows you how to do it. So I'm taking a chance on it. We'll see. And then I found this was so pretty. Oh, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. You put a little tea light under there, but look how beautiful that is. $4. And it's heavy. This is metal and this is here glass. So I just thought that was, it don't have no name obviously, but for $4, that was up my alley. I wish I could find some of those little tea lights with timers. I guess I might have to look on Amazon because I bet I could find some. And speaking of, I found this. It just needs a good clean, but it is at $2 and it's actually one. Is it? No, it don't have a brand name, but it's on off in 6 hours. So this one's got a timer. You know I love listen, when it gets dark at night, I have 2 of the things I got from Dollar Tree on one thing. I got my 3 little things on hanging on the wall, and I have 2 this size on my new set that I put on the wall. I love it. It's so cozy. And then check this out. Carolina Tar Heels, a new coffee cup. And then one more thing. Now, Pioneer Woman had it. There was a tea pitcher in there, like a jug. I don't use those. And it wasn't her typical colors. And she has some plates, which I don't need. But she did have this. These are $1. And that cup was $1. So, isn't that pretty? I needed another bowl for me. So, that is what I got at the Goodwill. And let me see if I can get this. I got so much to carry in. My goodness gracious. So that's going to wrap me up today. I'm not going to talk on the way to the grocery store. I'm just going to get off of here and click that I'm coming so they know. And then I'm going to get on home, tote this stuff in, and hunt me something to eat. I had not eat today. When I get out and do this stuff, I don't eat typically before I go. I just drink my drink. Have me a coffee at home and drink my drink in the car. And so I get hungry. David says he thought I always stopped and got me something to eat before I come home. I said, no, that's a very rare occasion that I ever stop and get something to eat. I just come on home and find whatever. He goes, oh, I always thought you stopped and got something. I'm like, no. So anyway, well, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this video and all my parties. And I will see you. This is, I always have to remember, this is Thursday. You're seeing this, so I'll see you tomorrow for weigh-in. Oh, I hope it's better. All right, see you then.